Welcome to Sullivan Stadium in Franklin as we kick off our 15th season of Friday Night Rivals on My 24. It's a great game tonight. The Franklin Sabres hosting Catholic Memorial. Hello again, everyone. Along with Hall of Famer Terry Kelly, I'm John Weiser. Glad you could join us. Yes, 15 years of football here on My 24, and it doesn't get any better than tonight's action. Defending state runner-up in Franklin and a defending power in Division 4 in Catholic Memorial.
Two of the prime programs in the entire state, and we had a great game last year, 31-24. Sure, tonight will be the repeat of that performance.
It's interesting, two coaches that have been at their institutions for a long time, they don't run away from competition.
They said you find out who you are by playing the best.
Certainly do, and we talk about last year's game, it went right down to the final quarter. It was a late touchdown by Calais, who threw a touchdown pass late in that ball game to give Franklin that victory.
Right, and these two, it'll be a little different. Both teams lost quite a few stars, but quite a few outstanding players remaining.
I think the question this year for Catholic Memorial is who's going to join Strabig on that offensive line. That's going to be a big question mark.
They've have to replace 4 other starters who have graduated, and they've been bit a little bit by the injury bug as well.
Don't think Franklin's offense too much to be concerned about. It's the defense. They've always had that great, quick defense, but a lot of newcomers, particularly at linebacker.
A lot of young players stepped in last year. Franklin, outstanding linebacker crew.
Franklin made it all the way to Madison last year, played a great half of football against Marquette, but they could not stop the run in the second half.
Right, and I'm sure that's something that's kind of been, driving them in the offseason.
Let's take a look now at our players that we'll keep an eye on tonight, and we'll start first with Catholic Memorial.
Well, for Memorial, speed's the name of the game. M.J. Mitchell at quarterback, sprinter, throws the ball well. His primary receiver, Marvanus Butler-Brown, another track star, plays both offensively and defensively.
On defense for Memorial, Demias Lopez, the senior defensive back.
Right, he's been a starter all last year. He'll see some action as well tonight on offense. And a sophomore, Navarian Flowers, who played last year as a freshman.
For Franklin on offense, it's great to have their tight end back in Ben Vergas.
Ben missed the last 6 games of the season. Lewis Brown, the coach, thought made a big difference in what happened. And then, of course, at quarterback, Joey Calais, returning once again, third-year playing.
We talked about their defense, but a pair of seniors, Ben Hefter up front.
Ben Hefter, another large human being. He and Vergas might team up a little bit on both offense and defense. And Dominic Walters, who, according to Coach Brown, he's the key to their defensive backfield.
Again, this is a rematch from last year in Week 1. We'll see how it turns out tonight. Friday Night Rivals on My 24. Back with you live here in Franklin, Sullivan Stadium, jam-packed, ready to go. Week 1 of the high school football season. Franklin will get the football to start the contest here tonight. Keys to the game tonight, Terry?
Catholic Memorial, how well do their two-way players hold up? They can't let Franklin control the clock, and their skill players have to dominate. For Franklin, their first-time starters can't be shell-shocked. They have to take advantage of their depth, and they have to make sure they contain Catholic Memorial's speed.
Will Kinnitator has it teed up sideways on the 40-yard line. Back deep to receive. On our kickoff tonight, brought to you by Lyona Local 113. And a flag immediately falls at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be an offside against the Crusaders. Not the way you want to start ball game for Bill Young.
People a little amped up, beginning of the game, start of the season, wanted to get down there, make that tackle. Just have to make sure you get yourself under control.
So a 5-yard penalty moves it back to the 35-yard line. Beglinger and Walters are the deep men for Franklin. Sophomore Will Kinnitator will try it again. And this will bounce to the far side, picked up by Beglinger. Gets to the 20. And he is met and brought down at the 25-yard line. In on the stop, Jackson Doyle on special teams for the Crusaders. Here's our coin toss before the ball game tonight.
Great day. Heads, tails, and actually going now. Tails is called, that's the rating, we'll let it drop, okay? Tails is called. It is a tail.
Coin toss brought to you by the United States Army. Be all you can be. Crusaders winning the toss, deferring to the second half. So Franklin has the football. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Joey Calais, first team all-conference, all-region at quarterback, working from the pistol. 3 receivers to the left side, throwing on first down, and hits the tight end in the slot across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. That was Ben Vergas with the reception. Isaac Miller in on the stop. Our starting lineup for Franklin.
I know when we visited with Catholic Memorial's Bill Young, he was talking about the numerous sets that Franklin's going to run.
Joey Calais, 3-year starter on this Sabre team. 1st and 10. They'll run it up the middle. A little bit of a hole across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Beglinger on the carry, brought down by Demias Lopez. Here's our defense tonight for the Crusaders, and you'll see Owen Stribig in there at nose tackle. You will see him on both sides of the football tonight.
Notre Dame commit. He's got that excellent size, 6'8", plays that left tackle position that's so key to protecting the quarterback.
Brought to you by Milwaukee Building and Construction Trades Council, building communities and careers. Throwing on 2nd down, going up and making a nice catch at the 47-yard line. That is Carter Sheik, 6 foot, 191-pound senior, his first reception of the year.
Demias Lopez almost picked that off. If you see this replay, flashes by in front of the, just missed picking that off.
3rd and a short one here for Franklin, just across their 47-yard line. In motion is Kostowitz. Delay handoff, read well by the Crusader defense, back to the line of scrimmage, close to a first down. Beglinger. Varian Flowers in on the stop, and it isn't good enough for a Best Electric first down. First downs tonight brought to you by Best Electric Service. Best Electric Service, connect with the best. So Franklin keeps the drive moving here. 1st and 10, their own 48-yard line. In motion is Kostowitz. Again, they will hand it off. Beglinger across the line of scrimmage near midfield. Pickup of about 2 on the play. Owen Stribig there to make the tackle for the Crusaders.
Catholic Memorial has 4 sophomores starting on defense, and typically you'd say, boy, that's not a good thing. All 4 of those guys saw time last year on the varsity as freshmen, so they're not true rookies.
2nd down and 8. Ball at midfield. Calais gets rid of it quickly. Vergas with the catch. Vergas tripped up inside the 40-yard line. Brought down by Gabe Talla, 6-foot junior. May have saved a touchdown there.
Vergas at 6'5", 245, excellent target. We're probably later tonight going to see a formation come in where they have him at tight end, and they might have double tight, and they would wind up putting Ben Hefter at the other tight end or put Hefter in that backfield, kind of an H-back. That's a large amount of folks at the point of attack.
Gain of 15 and a 1st down for Franklin at the Crusader 35-yard line. Twins to the left side. Now they'll break that off. In motion is Sheik. They will hand it off. Beglinger trying the right side, and he has stood up. Good pursuit that time by the Crusader defense, led on the play by Kyle Johnston.
A little different backfield than we're accustomed to with Franklin. For a number of years, they had Terrence Shelton, started as a freshman. Of course, he's graduated along with Jacques Brooks, outstanding wide receiver.
Trips to the left side, single receiver near side on 2nd down. We'll call it 6 here. Clay looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket, has a man out there, and it's incomplete. Intended for Carter Sheik. Defended on the play by Demias Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez last year had 4 interceptions, also scored 3 defensive touchdowns.
Incomplete pass sets up 3rd and 7 at the Crusader 32-yard line. Clay with time. Tries to get it out there, looking for Beglinger. Incomplete. He had his back to the play, was well covered. Navarian Flowers there on the coverage. Did a nice job there, and Beglinger unable to turn around and look for the ball.
Memorial out of that 3-4 defense has been sending both of their outside linebackers, getting a 5-man rush, try to put some pressure on Calais.
Well, they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th and 7. 3 receivers to the left side. Calais looking left. Now surveying the field, now under pressure, and down he goes at the 35-yard line. Ben Walter with the sack coming from behind, and the Crusader defense able to stiffen at the 35-yard line towards the drive.
One of the things we said in terms of Catholic Memorial having success is they couldn't let Franklin control the clock. So getting that turnover on downs was very important at the outset.
Actually, we talked about it during the coin flip. We actually thought if CMH won the toss, they might take the football just to get that offense on the field. As we take a look at the starting lineup for Catholic Memorial, MJ Mitchell, you're going to love this kid. He has got all different kinds of arm angles when he throws that football.
And if he scrambles, he puts a tremendous amount of pressure on your defense.
And of course, Strebig, the left tackle, the Notre Dame recruit. 1st and 10, Crusaders from their own 35. And they will hand it off. On the carry, Demias Lopez. Brought down by Mason Peters on that Franklin defense. A revamped Sabre defense as we take a look at the defensive players. Again, Hefter, the all-conference, all-everything there at defensive end. But that linebacking core, Martins, Richter, Sievert, keep an eye on those guys. They will be growing as the season wears on. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 at the 40. Empty backfield, 3 receivers right here for MJ Mitchell. Gets rid of it quickly, dumps it out to Marvanus Butler-Brown. Butler-Brown sprinting down the sideline, keeps his balance. Butler-Brown will take it down to the 1-yard line. 59-yard completion down to the 1. Dominic Walters brought him down, and the big play of the game goes MJ to MBB.
Well, we said in the pregame discussion how it was going to be key, how well could Franklin handle the speed. And we know Memorial is going to try to isolate people like Butler Brown on the outside. And you'll see a lot of quick bubble screens, tunnel screens, various ways they're going to get the ball to him.
Inside the Bryant and Stratton College red zone, Bryant and Stratton College built different for you. First and goal from the 1. Mitchell will swing it out. Catch is made. Touchdown, Crusaders. Damias Lopez caught it, lost it, fell on it. And the Crusaders get the first score of the game.
I would say we're picking that up great. They brought the smoke on that second down play.
One more look as he got hit right at the goal line, but able to recover. And the touchdown brought to you by Steamfitters 601. Steamfitters Local 601. Your future starts now. Extra point is up, and it is good. So the Crusaders on a big play, 59-yard play down the far sideline. MJ Mitchell connecting with Marvanus Butler Brown. As we go downstairs, our first visit tonight with Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with Bruce Janicek. Best Electric is back as a sponsor. We're so thankful for that. So the outfit's a little bit different. I know you're doing a lot back in the community. Where were you?
I was officiating field hockey. I'm a assigner for the state of Wisconsin. I love the sport. It's great exercise. I meet a lot of great people.
Hey, you know I was an All-American in field hockey, right?
I didn't know that.
No, obviously not. Hey, man, thank you so much for being back, giving back to the community, doing everything that you do, not only at Best Electric, but you personally. Appreciate everything you do, Bruce.
Thank you very much. I love working at Best Electric because we meet so many good people, and I love doing sports because I meet so many good people. That's why I do it.
That's awesome. It's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Back to you, boys.
To have Bruce back with us again this year with Best Electric Services. Bruce Janczak, thank you so much. So once again, this time teeing it straight up. Will Kinnetater. Franklin student body out in force. They were here early to get their seats tonight. This is our Lyuna kickoff, brought to you by Lyuna Local 113. Kick off your career with Lyuna Local 113. Beglinger from the 2. Out across the 20. Met at the 25 and dropped down there. Santiago Medrano there to make the stop on special teams for the Crusaders. So Franklin trailing 7-0. Let's see how they handle it. Once again, Mike McGivern, what do you have?
So, guys, listen to the offensive coordinator here at Franklin, line coach, talking about their splits on the offensive line. He said, guys, we got to do a better job finishing our blocks, and our splits are way too small. Let's open it up a little bit, take a breath, let's get this thing done. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you so much. From the 26, 1st and 10. Calais to Beglinger. Around the left side, big hole! Beglinger off to the races. And it was only the speedster, Butler Brown, able to track him down. Needed a 4x200 to track him down.
Well, we've talked about how Catholic Memorial for a number of years has really combined their track and football teams because they really believe in having good athletes with speed.
First or second penalty of the night. Ron Kirk is our official tonight. Defensive encroachment, the penalty. Ron in his 36th season as a referee. Jerry Wood on this crew, beginning his 37th year with the whistle. So 1st and 5. Just shy of the 10-yard line. Calais on the scramble. Gets to the outside. And it's taken out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Well, you mentioned the officials, John. Real shortage of officials around the state, and what it's resulted in, there were 30 games last night played on Thursday. Number of high school games will be played on Saturday. Just not enough crews to cover all the games.
And this a very much veteran crew. See Ron on Saturday's work in Division III football here in southeast Wisconsin. First and goal from the 4. A throw. Burgess, touchdown. Check that. Sheik, number 4, with the touchdown grab. Carter Sheik, the senior. And Franklin answers one big play after another, and they respond.
That got to be a thrill for the Sheik family. They've got the senior Carter out there, one wide receiver, his freshman brother Gavin at one of the other wide receiver positions.
So Calais with his first touchdown pass of the season. Threw 22 a season ago. Connor Henschel, very good kicker for Franklin, on for the extra point. And he drills it. Ties the game at 7. The Beglinger, big run. And then 2 plays later, Calais finding Carter Sheik for the score. Touchdown brought to you by Steamfitters 601. Steamfitters Local 601, your future starts now.
Well, we've seen the combination of trying to hit that tight end on a number of passes as well as trying to get that running attack underway. And Calais last year completed 60% of his throws.
Once again, down to the sideline, Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I talked to Cordell, the athletic director here, about doing this current electric behind-the-scenes superhero of the game. And he said you got to talk to Peggy. She is as good an assistant as there is in the state. She keeps me on schedule. Nothing but great things. 4 years for you here at Franklin.
Yes, that's correct. 4 happy years.
Happy years. Athletic directors have got to be very organized. What's the toughest part of your gig?
I'd say everything is changing all the time. You never know what's going to happen, so you got to think on your feet and just be quick to come up with a solution.
I have to tell you, Cordell talked 10 minutes very glowingly about you, and in all seriousness, thank you for all the work that you do.
Oh, thank you so much.
Boys, back to you.
Short kick to Demias Lopez. He'll return it just shy of the 30-yard line. Mason Peters brought him down on special teams. And again, you got Marvanus Butler-Brown as your deep threat. You're going to see a lot of that tonight.
When we were at Franklin's practice this week, we saw them really drilling on not necessarily kicking it to their deep man, a little more of a pooch kickoff, trying to get it out to one of the side receivers.
They'll mark it at the 29. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. MJ Mitchell back out there. They'll have Lopez in the backfield. Butler-Brown in a slot here to the near side. And they'll give it. Check the Harold Lewis with his first carry. Lewis, the sophomore, 5'11", 175. Peters again in on the stop.
Yeah, Coach Young was kind of bemoaning the fact that he's got so many sophomores in the starting lineup. But once again, the way they run their practices, even as freshmen, those guys were getting a lot of repetitions. And, they're not unaccustomed to being in the spotlight.
Gain of 2, 2nd down, 8. Devarian Flowers in there now. Swing pass into the backfield, read beautifully. Lewis tripped up. Mason Peters, one of those new linebackers for the Sabres, read that play, stayed home, made the stop.
Franklin's made a living out of having an excellent linebacker core. Last year, 3 of his inside backers were all wrestlers. And Lewis Brown, as an old wrestling coach, loves that kind of a competitor.
Loss of 5 sets up 3rd and long now, 3rd and 13. Under 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Knotted at 7. Butler-Brown will line up in a slot here to the near side, along with Dustin Roach. Mitchell scrambling, looking for Marvanus Butler Brown. Made the catch inside the 20. A dime down to the 12. My goodness, Josh Stremborski all over Marvanus Butler Brown, and he still made the catch.
Well, Mitchell dropped that right into that basket.
Watch this.
Arm strength.
Tipped it to himself. Another big play between MJ Mitchell and Marvanus Butler Brown. Moves them into the Bryant and Stratton red zone inside the 15-yard line. Again, Lewis in the backfield. Burkholtz in motion. Mitchell throwing on the run through the hands of Marvanus Butler Brown. And there you see that arm strength once again by MJ Mitchell, rolling right, able to get good speed on that pitch out to Butler Brown.
What makes Mitchell so effective is the fact that you can cover all those receivers, but if he finds that little sliver of a hole, he can be through that before you know it. So people have to make sure they've got the proper angle, squeeze from the outside in on him.
Navarian Flowers will check in. Also Jackson Doyle in there now at a wide receiver. Roach split out to the far side. Doyle going to line up in a slot to the far side. 2nd and 10. Mitchell dancing in the pocket. Takes it inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. MJ Mitchell brought down by Eli Deutsch. There is a flag, however.
Now, just what we were talking about, when MJ Mitchell scrambles, makes a lot of things happen for Memorial.
Penalty on Owen Strabig, the 6'8 left tackle. Flagged for a hold.
Strabig's going to graduate in January and get down to Notre Dame early. Excellent student.
Replay the down, 2nd and 20 now. Ball at the 24-yard line and another flag thrown at the line of scrimmage.
Encroachment. Number 23. 5 yards. Still 2nd down.
Mason Peters creeping up on that outside linebacker spot. Broke the neutral zone. There's Bill Young on your screen there with the headset on. His 46th season as a head coach. Matt Berggren right there with him, his right-hand man. So from the 19, 2nd and 15. 3 receivers right side. Mitchell will sling it out. Butler Brown with the catch. Butler Brown surrounded. Still not down. Now finally tripped up. T-shirt tackle that time by Mason Peters. And again, anytime you see Butler Brown dancing around like that, it's shake and bake, could be gone.
He can make defensive backs, linebackers look very silly just because he is so quick, so agile.
No gain on the play will bring up 3rd and 15. Approaching 2.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Mitchell with time, now scrambles with running room. MJ Mitchell inside the 15, down about the 14-yard line. A.J. Cromie there to make the stop. One more look. Mitchell went through the progressions and then took it up the middle. Field goal unit on now. Kinnitator out there to attempt a 31-yard field goal from the right hash mark. Strebig, the long snapper. Mikey Randa is your holder. Good snap, ball is down. And the kick is good. 31-yarder by the sophomore Will Kinnitator. And the Crusaders regain the lead here 10-7. We'll step out, take our break. Here on My 24, you're watching the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals. Two heartfelt comedies are bringing laughs and love to My 24 starting September 9th. Navigate life in Lanford with the Connors at 6 and fall head over heels for Bob Hart's Abishola at 9. That's weeknights on My 24. With Terry Kelly and Mike McGivern, John Weiser with you from Franklin High School, where it's Hawaiian night.
You caught that?
I caught that right away. St. Joseph education can't fool anybody. And for our Liuna Local 113 kickoff, kick off your career with Liuna Local 113. Kinnitator with that 31-yard field goal has given the Crusaders a 3-point lead here late in this first quarter. And whistles before the kick. So we'll re-kick here. One of two place kickers for this Crusader team, Jake Screama, the sophomore. But Kinnitator, it's been all his leg tonight. Beglinger from the 2. Out across the 20 and wrestled down short of the 25-yard line. 21-yard return brought down on the play by Santiago Medrano as we head down to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, listen to the defensive coaches at Franklin. Not happy with that long pass. They said, look, just knock the ball down. We don't need an interception at that point. You know, down in distance, knock the ball down. Understand these guys are going both ways on Catholic Memorial. And they said, look, we're going to wear them down a little bit second half, but we don't need heroes. Just knock the ball down and let's go get a punt. Feel pretty good about the defensive coaches over here. They don't miss much, I'll tell you that.
All right, Mike, thank you. From the 24, 1st and 10, Beglinger. Out across the 30-yard line. Again, a reminder, each week we will highlight a hit of the game that is brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. Great to have them back on board this year with the hit of the game. Made it again to the Western Conference Finals, losing to Coachella Valley in the AHL playoffs last year. Beglinger again breaking a couple of tackles and close to a first down. Should have it. Brought down by Navarian Flowers. It'll be a Best Electric first down for Franklin here with under a minute to go in this first quarter.
One of the things we talked about is how Memorial can hit those big plays, which obviously has resulted in both their scores. Franklin, on the other, needs to get some drives, trying to tire out that front for Memorial. And so far, hasn't been the case.
3 receivers left. Calais with time. Going deep. Looking for Sheik. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did at the 21-yard line. Sheik with the catch. Demayas Lopez there providing the defense. Sheik, who caught the touchdown pass earlier, comes up big here.
Carter Sheik has found himself backing up Jacques Brooks, their outstanding receiver. Finally gets his chance as a senior.
Look at that catch. He was able to cradle it just before the ball hit the ground. "45-yard gain. Movement up front. Looks like it'll go against the Crusaders. Got him on the hard count.
Fire to the snap. Encroachment. Defense. 5 yards. Still first down.
Wind the clock. Franklin will let it run out here as our first quarter will come to an end. Quite an exciting first quarter tonight here in Franklin. Catholic Memorial on top by 3. You're watching Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals presented by Milwaukee Window Guys. Welcome back to Franklin. Quarter number 2. Crusaders on top of the Sabres. Franklin driving here, facing a 1st and 5. And an encroachment penalty to end that first quarter. Calais under pressure, able to get away. Still on his feet, finds the man, touchdown! Caden Kostowitz with the touchdown grab. That was all Joey Calais that time on the scramble to keep it alive.
Saw him avoid that tackle.
Watch the footwork here just to keep his balance. Able to set up, square the shoulders. And Caden Kostowitz gets the Sabres back in front. Henschel on for the extra point. Low snap dug out of there that time by Kremski. And the kick is good. 35-yard pass reception, and then the touchdown grab here by Kostowitz. And back and forth we go. Franklin back up by 4. One more look at the touchdown. Again, that's the athlete right there. Able to keep his balance. Our touchdowns brought to you by Steamfitters 601, Steamfitters Local 601. Your future starts now.
Right now we've got a bit of a shootout going.
There's Lewis Brown, the head coach at Franklin. 32 years.
Yeah, and I think he's been a head coach for like 13 or so. Been here at the school, former head wrestling coach. Went into the Wisconsin High School Football Coaches Hall of Fame this past spring. Has an excellent staff with whom he's worked. Drew Ambrose, his offensive coordinator, highly respected. Ken Whiskey, his defensive coordinator. He's got one of the best offensive line coaches in the state, Mike Beck.
Iona Local 113 kickoff. And Butler Brown from the 5. Up the middle, cuts back left. Has a lane to the outside across the 35 and out of bounds near the 40. Good return by Varvanis. Butler Brown, Gabriel Martins taking him to the white chalk on that left sideline. Well, so far the Crusaders have held up here. They've answered with big plays themselves. Butler Brown with that big 59-yard grab that set up their first touchdown.
That's one of those cases, they hit those home runs. Franklin itself has hit some home runs, so they're not getting as worn down as you might if it was a more grind and pound type of game.
MJ Mitchell has 2 receivers to his right. Fake the handoff, rolling. Mitchell going to take it out of the pocket. Dances his way forward, breaks a tackle inside the 40, 30, another tackle inside the 25, and brought down at the 20-yard line. 43-yard scamper. Mason Peters finally tracked him down. Watch this. Right here. Got bumped forward, and then he just kept going.
Well, it's critical that Franklin, has that outside contain on their pass rush. They have to squeeze him into the middle, not give him that lane to the outside, because he'll take advantage of it every time.
Best Electric first down inside the 20-yard line. That's the Bryan and Stratton College red zone. Mitchell will hand it off. Namias Lopez nowhere to go, brought down by Gabriel Martins. Be a loss on the play, loss of 3 as we take another look. Little problem on the exchange, got it on the left hip. And that kind of messed up the timing there. So a loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Early here in the second quarter. Butler Brown will line up in a slot. Second receiver here are the 3 on the near side. Fake the handoff and nowhere to go. On the blitz that time. Tyler Richter able to get in there and make the stop here. So a loss of 5 brings up 3rd and 18. Back to the 27-yard line. So after that big scamper by Mitchell, a couple of tackle for losses now has put them in a 3rd and 18. And Butler Brown, the inside receiver here on the near side. Mitchell, again under pressure, gets it away, but threw it away. Had Butler Brown open, would have been a short game, wouldn't have been enough for a first down. Brings up a 4th and 18. We'll see what Bill Young dials up here.
Looks like they're going for it.
So they will go for it here on 4th and 18. Mitchell will work from the pistol formation. 3 receivers to the right. Low snap. Mitchell again on the scramble. Mitchell will take it inside the 10 to the 5. They'll get the first down to the 4-yard line. 24-yard run that time. Josh Stramborski, defensive back, able to come in and make the stop. It'll be 1st and goal, Memorial. And his eyes looking downfield, head up. He's something else. We saw that in practice this week. The drills and his ability to maneuver around that pocket. It's going to be a problem the next 8 weeks. 1st and goal from the 5. Hand it off. Lopez struggles to get to the 3 before he's turned back. A.J. Cromie there, along with a host of other Sabre defenders.
Well, when we talked about who to watch on offense for Catholic Memorial, when we mentioned M.J. Mitchell and Marvanus Butler Brown, it's certainly proven to be the case this evening.
Well, Mitchell ran for over 800 yards last year and had 16 touchdowns.
Only threw 1 interception last year. That's a very impressive performance.
2nd and goal from the 3. Lopez, the single back in the backfield. He'll get the call again, going left, and he's in for the touchdown. Demias Lopez, the senior, able to run it in the left side, and just like that, the Crusaders come back to take the lead.
On that left side, you've got Owen Strubeck, 6'8", 305. Nico Rogers, who played extensively last year as a sophomore, 6'1", 270.
Kinnitator on for the extra point. Strabig will center. Randa on the hold, and Kinnitator able to drill the extra point. And once again, CMH back up by 3. M.J. Mitchell setting this up, and then it's Lopez finishing it off from 3 yards out.
Got a good block on the outside from their tight end, Burkholz, and he helped clear that way into the end zone.
You got to look at Demias Lopez on that sideline as we head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, it's so good to see him again. He's Chris Oleg from Lyona, Local 113. Hey, Chris, since last time I saw you, which was last football season, business has been really good for you guys.
Business has been awesome. It's been phenomenal. We're always looking for upcoming, young, ambitious workers, male, female, it doesn't matter. Come on out. Check out Laborers Local 113. Everything is happening very fast. Roads are getting done. We got the Microsoft project going. We got a lot of work coming out here. We got a lot of work coming up. Everything's looking positive.
Hey, when you get a chance to talk to some of these kids from Franklin High School and they come up to you and say, hey, tell me about what you guys do and why I should join, what do you tell them?
I look at the kids and I'd be like, this is one of the industries that you're ever going to be in where you don't need a college education and can make $100,000 a year.
Yeah, that's a
better than that.
That's a mic drop in my business. Boys, back to you.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, well,
thank you, Mike and Chris. Low kick. Beglinger will pick up short of the 15. Out across the 25. And out to the 34-yard line. Brought down on the play by Calvin Kleist and Navarian Flowers,
Well, once again, I think it's going to be critical for Franklin to respond. You know, so far that's been the give and take.
Joey Calais, voted as one of the team captains this year. Two receivers here to the near side, single receiver right side. Beglinger up the middle, breaking tackles across the 45 into midfield. 18-yard run. Levi Walters finally got him to the turf.
On that left side of the line for Franklin, you've got Jake Picard, one of their captains, first team all-conference this past year. He's a wrestler. Only thing going against him going D1 is he's got that height problem. He's 5'11", 234, but got an older brother that's playing in the State University Conference. Jake could well be headed for something like that. Coach Lewis Brown, and I'm sure Drew Ambrose, real happy with him. And next to him is Henry Vallee, 6'4", 273.
Well, this season, our closed captioning is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Yeah, Drew Ambrose, quite the offensive mind as far as play calling, scheming, you name it. He is on top of it, and actually has a little private camp that he runs, too, during the offseason.
Yeah, quarterbacks from other schools come to talk to him. He also does a podcast for coaches around the state. You know, he's very willing to share ideas. You know, he loves the game, and we were talking with him. He's a special education teacher here at Franklin.
That was Butler Brown who was injured on that last play. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. That could be a big development as this game wears on. Again, you recall last year, Corey Smith got hurt in this game.
And he kind of battled those injuries throughout the rest of the year.
So 1st and 10 from the 49. Calais with time. Now on the scramble, able to break a couple of tackles. And Calais will get out of bounds. They'll get a couple out of all that. Ben Walter, who already had a sack tonight, chased him down to the boundary.
Yeah, that time Franklin went empty in the backfield, trying to get 5 receivers out there isolated on him.
Officially a gain of 1 brings up a 2nd and 9. Beglinger back in now as a running back behind Calais. He'll get the call. Trying to go up the middle, not much there. Fights forward for a couple of yards. The bottom of the pile, Nico Rogers, 6'1", 270, the junior.
Yeah, his first team all-conference performer last year as a sophomore. In on 56 tackles a year ago and even had an interception.
Key third down here, 3rd and 6 from the Crusader 45. Now officials will stop play. So timeout taken here. Crusaders calling the timeout on defense. There's Drew Ambrose right there. Your screen, the headset on. And so we go downstairs. Mike, what do you have?
So, guys, listen to the defensive coordinators here at Franklin. They said, guys, we got to wrap these guys up a little bit. We've got them contained. Let's wrap them up. They're going to make a little adjustment, bring their linebackers up a step or two, and do a better job containing this quarterback if they can. Boys, back to you.
Well, it's imperative that, as we said, talking to Lewis Brown this week, he said that he's got to get those ends and the outside linebackers to angle, keep them between the hash marks.
Right. In the open field, Mitchell is just such a headache for a defense.
So following the Crusader timeout, 3rd down and 6. 3 receivers here to the near side. Calais rolling left. Has a man out there looking for Burgess, and it's through his hands, incomplete. He had him. Pass just a little ahead of Burgess that time.
Yeah, I couldn't get his feet set to make that throw and that connection.
Yep.
Okay, our first punt of the ball game coming up.
Vergas does the punting, the senior. Again, without Butler Brown. Burgess with a high snap. Gets it away. Booms a big one into the end zone.
Probably not what they were hoping for in terms of being able to pin him down on the 20.
45-yard punt into the end zone, net of 25, as that will come back out to the 20-yard line. So with 6:45 to play here in this first half, Crusaders will get the ball, but will Marvanus Butler Brown get back in there? He was out on defense, got injured. So we'll see if this changes anything that Scott Rice, the offensive coordinator, has planned. He has got the offense around him over there on that far sideline. There is Butler Brown getting his receiving gloves back on. It would appear he will get back in here at some point. That is good news for the Crusaders. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Mitchell fakes the handoff, pump fakes. And that didn't fool anybody. The defense right there to swarm on under. Peters and Martins both there for Franklin. Be a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 coming up here for CMH.
That time you can see him stringing it out, playing from inside out.
Much better job in containment. There you see we were trying to decipher this in practice, exactly what those signs mean.
Way beyond my comprehension.
2nd and 11. Lopez back to the line of scrimmage, if that, before he is driven backwards. Led by Tyler Richter.
Butler Brown re-entering the game, and third down's been a little bit of a problem for Franklin this evening.
So Butler Brown back in there now. There you see him. Nope, he's going to come out.
Trying to get the right personnel group in there.
Got Flowers in there now. Counting down on the play clock here. And Bill Young's going to have to take a timeout. Back judge was counting it down, and you could see right away there was confusion on the alignment as far as personnel goes. We will take our break. 5:09 to go here in the first half. A back-and-forth battle between Catholic Memorial and Franklin. CMH up by 3. You're watching the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Milwaukee Window Guys. The team from NFL Network's Good Morning Football is huddling up to bring you all of the latest from around the league with Good Morning Football Overtime. Weekday mornings from 10 to noon. That kicks off September 2nd on CW 18. 3rd and long for the Crusaders following a timeout. Bad snap. MJ Mitchell able to pick it up. Has the man open looking for Marvanus Butler Brown. Drops another dime. Butler Brown with the catch. And the touchdown. 83 yards. And MJ Mitchell, after the low snap, still able to drop a dime to MBB.
It'll be interesting if we can see the defensive back if he slowed up a little bit because of that bad snap. But you cannot let people get behind you, especially with speed like that.
Tater on for the extra point. And he drills it. A 10-point lead for the Crusaders, thanks to that man right there on your screen, number 5, Marvanus Butler Brown. Watch this. Credit Mitchell for staying with that. And almost like a jump pass. Able to get behind the defensive back, Dayton Hubertens. Well, all this season, touchdowns, and there are plenty here tonight, are being brought to you by Steamfitters 601. Steamfitters Local 601, your future starts now. 83-yard reception. CMH student section well represented tonight. Classes began late last week, so they're in session already. And they turn out.
Yeah, nice crowd for visitors. MJ Mitchell throwing so far for almost 200 yards in the first half.
Beglinger and Walters, the deep men for Franklin on our Liuna Local 113 kickoff. And it's a squib kick. And it'll fall on it at the 26-yard line. Good job by Sheik that time to turtle up on that one. Well, now Franklin down 10. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. See what Drew Ambrose dials up here offensively for this Sabre team. Beglinger, the running back, off the right hip of Calais. Sheik in motion, and Beglinger gets the call. Out across the 30-yard line to the 31. Ben Walter along with Gabe Tella, both there to make the stop. Quick 5 here by the Sabres, 2nd and 5 from the 31.
I think it's going to be important for Franklin not to get caught up in the idea of trying to catch up right away. You just, run your offense. Try to grind out, try to tire out Memorial a little bit.
Kostowitz in motion. Beglinger with the carry, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. Nico Rogers along with Navarian Flowers both there. Mainly Rogers able to blow up that play. Rogers 56 tackles, 8 TFLs a season ago.
And Flowers, as a freshman, was in on 51 tackles and 4 tackles for loss.
Yeah. It's a good combination. 3rd and 5. 3:40 to play in the half.
Yeah, that works, Scott. So what do you think?
Calais looking left, now goes back over the middle. It's incomplete. I don't think he was going for Burgess that time, but he was well covered, and the pass was thrown well past Burgess's reach.
Now they're forced to kick for the second time. And,
Right. Okay. We're doing it. Harold and Velo.
Calais nicked a finger. He caught a helmet on the follow through that time. Second punt of the ball game here. Burgess punted, had a 45-yard punt into the end zone on his last attempt. This one, Brown will let bounce, and Franklin will cover it up inside the Crusader 30-yard line. So mark it at the 28. Catholic Memorial with the lead will take over here. This could be a big series right now for the Franklin defense.
right, the last thing you want to do is let Memorial get another score before half. That idea of wearing down the opposition kind of vanishes when they're holding that lead.
The Crusaders will do that muddle huddle over on the sideline prior to each series with their offensive coordinator, Scott Rice, this season. Nice visit with him in the team room the other day after practice. MJ Mitchell, who's had a fantastic game tonight, will hand it off. Lopez has some running room, takes it out across the 35-yard line. Check that number 7, that's Harold Lewis, the sophomore. Josh Strambrowski there to make the tackle. One more look here on the carry by Lewis. Well, that's the play earlier. That's his touchdown pass.
Touchdown.
Keep that in mind. That could be our play of the game.
Well,
file that one away.
Butler Brown was second in the state last year in the 100.
MJ looking for the man here on the near side. Can't catch up to it. Dustin Roach, who was open. Hubertant's on the coverage. There is a flag here at the 40-yard line, so we'll have to check this out. Here's it's going to go against the Crusaders.
We have 2 fouls on the play by the offense. In those receiver downfield, number 52. That penalty will be declined. Holding, number 58. 10 yards for the previous spot. Remains second down.
Strabig with the hold. That's his second holding penalty tonight.
Part of that could be because you're getting a little tired. You're playing both ways.
So 2nd and 12 now for CMH. 2.5 minutes to go here in this first half. Butler Brown lined up in a slot here to the near side. Blitz coming. Lewis with the reception. Lewis stopped just shy of the 35-yard line. Got a good chunk of that back. It was Dominic Walters and Cameron Lund. 2 defensive backs in on that stop for Franklin.
Perfect time to call that little short screen.
So bring up 3rd and 3 from the 34 as we slip under 2 minutes to play here in this first half. This time Dustin Roach lined up in a slot here to the near side. Mitchell fakes the handoff, will keep it. And the read option, he'll get the first down, out of bounds across the 40-yard line. We'll stop the clock with 1:34 to go. So a Best Electric first down. Walters again in on that stop for Franklin. Coming up on the Wendy's halftime report, we'll highlight this week's Russ Darrow Automotive Group Scholar Athlete nominees. We'll meet a few of our sponsors. We'll also take a look at our first half highlights. That's coming up in the Wendy's halftime report. 1st and 10 from the 41. Timeout taken here by CMH. That is their last timeout here in the half. Again, having communication issue that time, trying to get the play in. Scott Rice, offensive coordinator there in the middle of that huddle. Great coaching staff put together by Bill Young, as always. I mean, you don't get to over 400 victories without having some pretty darn good assistant coaches along the way. Fair majority of them CMH alum.
A lot of alums come back to give back to their school.
Ryan Stefaniak, Tom Young, Ryan Mitch Schultz, Matt Bergen. All part of the CMH alumni connection. Butler Brown in a slot here to the near side along with Dustin Roach. From the 41, 1st and 10. MJ on the run. Near side, cuts it upfield into that third gear. Dancing around near the sideline. Stayed in bounds, however, at the 37-yard line. 22-yard run. Tyler Richter again in on that stop for Franklin. Great poise. Look at those eyes. Eyes looking upfield. He's the real deal.
Once again, they lost that outside contain on him. Plenty of time with 1:08, 1:07.
Yep. Another best electric first down here for the Crusaders. They will take their time. Holding a 10-point lead. This time it's Lewis trying to get the edge on the left side inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Brought down by Gabe Martins along with Dominic Walters. Second and 7. 20 seconds to go in the half. And the Crusaders out of timeouts. We'll go 3 receivers here to the near side with Butler in the middle. They'll dump it out. Oh, is nearly picked off and swatted down. Eli Deutsch knocked it down. He could have been 6 the other way if he hung on to it. Got his right arm up there to bat that one down. So with 9 seconds remaining in the half, a 3rd and 7 facing the Crusaders at the Franklin 34-yard line. Butler Brown and Roach here to the near side. Harold Lewis, the single back. MJ Mitchell, quarterback. Mitchell stepping up. Now scrambling. Will stay behind the line of scrimmage. He'll dump it out, and time will run out here. The clock is at zeros, and that will end our first half. Exciting first half here. A lot of points scored, and maybe a little eyebrow raiser here. Catholic Memorial on top of Franklin through the first half, 34-14. Our Wendy's halftime show coming up next on the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Milwaukee Window Guys. Welcome into our Wendy's halftime report. Tonight we'd like to highlight our Scholar Athlete nominees brought to you by the Rustero Automotive Group. And from Catholic Memorial High School, Mikey Randa. Mike participates in football and lacrosse, carries a 3.77 GPA. He's a member of the National Honor Society and has been on the school honor roll for 6 straight semesters. Mikey was a member of the 2021 state championship and 2022 state runner-up football teams, along with Parkland Conference championships in 22 and 23. He has earned varsity letters in both football and lacrosse. Mikey gives back to the school and community by being involved as a student ambassador and peer mentor, as well as participating in Operation Michael and Service Club. And from Franklin High School, Ashley Kesson. Ashley participates in cross country and track, carries a 3.99 unweighted GPA, including 2 years with a 4.0. She's a member of the National Honor Society and High Honor Roll. Ashley is a 4-year varsity performer in cross country and 3 years in track. She qualified for the cross country state meet in 2023, helping the team to a 9th place finish. She was chosen captain of the cross country team for 2024, along with winning the Sportsmanship Award for track. Ashley has logged over 200 hours of community service through tutoring ESL students, serving the preschool Sunday school class, and taking a yearly out-of-state mission trip with her youth group. Ashley is working hard to lead the cross-country team back to state and toward the conference championship for a 4th year in a row. Congratulations to this week's Scholar Athlete nominees. Our weekly nominees will be in the running to receive $5,000 scholarship, brought to you by the great folks at the Russ Darrow Automotive Group. Discover the Darrow difference. Downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with Doug Edwards, Steamfitters Local 601. He's the business manager. It's good to see you again. Business is good. We talked about this. You guys are busy as all get out. When you talk to a kid who's a junior or senior at Franklin tonight, and they ask you what you guys do and why they should get involved with Steamfitters, what do you tell them?
Well, I tell them steam fitting is a great career. With a 5-year apprenticeship that you serve with us, it's endless possibilities. You get no debt, and you come out with a 6-figure salary, making about $100,000 a year. Work is good. We have over 514 apprentices right now in 14 counties in southern Wisconsin, and the possibilities are endless. A lot of people think that steam fitters just weld and use pipe wrenches, stuff like that, but we're in the electronics, we're doing the CAD, we're doing all the BIM, the building modeling, all those type of things too. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, if you like shop classes, or if you're a techie, we're looking for people.
Hey, it's really good to see you again. Thanks for being a partner with us.
Thank you.
You bet. Boys, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. Halftime here at Franklin, 24-14. Crusaders on top of the Franklin Sabres. We'll have more of the Wendy's halftime report right after this. Our Wendy's halftime report continues. We head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm here with Staff Sergeant John Wright, U.S. Army. He's an Oak Creek grad, brave enough to be on the sidelines here at Franklin. You know, John, you have a different story. You were about 21 years old when you made the decision to go in the Army. You had a full-time job, but you didn't think it was a career.
Yeah, I just didn't see myself staying there, and I wanted a change in life, so I figured what better way than the Army. And now it's the best decision I've ever made, and if I ever want to go to school after, totally free.
John, your parents got to be really, really proud of you. When you made that decision at 21 and it said, okay, this is a career, I think that decision for you, there's nothing you can't do now when you're done with the Army.
Yeah, I agree. I think it sets you up so well in any aspect. I mean, everything you do in the Army gives you college credit, so you really can't go wrong.
He is John Wright. He's an Oak Creek Knight, but he's here tonight. Young man, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your kindness, sir.
You bet. Back to you, boys.
Mike, thank you. Time now to take a look at great moments from across the country, the best of 2023.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Leo Polovin for Marion County on to attempt the extra point. It's a fake. Warriors to the backside. They got it set up. He goes airborne. Touchdown, Marion County. It was Luke Tipton.
Unbelievable. That was incredible. Takes to the air.
3rd and 10. Terry to throw. Scans right. Directs traffic. Spins back. Middle of the field. Terry's still on his feet. He's wrapped up. Throws it. It's caught at the 15-yard line. Inside the 10.
And they kick it directly to Trevor Pike from his own 20. And Pike is on the run. Pike will lose one defender, and he's still on his feet. Clock runs out, but he's still running, and he's still running. Here comes Trevor Pike. 30, 20, 10, into the end zone.
46-yarder to win the game.
He's got 5 seconds, though. He better go.
Yeah, play clock is down. It's up. Here we go. It's up. It's got
the
put in
distance.
leg.
It's good! Oh, my
it's
God!
Good.
It's
And Milton wins it with a 46-yarder. The last play as the clock winds down. That is number 88.
Once again, we go back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, from Brighton Strand College, Ryan Ratajewski. Hey, Ryan, so good to see you. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on at school.
Yeah, well, as you know, it's back to school time, whether you like it or not. So, Brighton Stratton, we're still enrolling at our nursing programs. We've got a practical nursing diploma, associate and bachelor degrees. And we also have a couple spots open for our occupational therapy and physical therapy assistant degrees, both 20-month programs. We got about 1 or 2 more spots for each of those.
Hey, the nursing program, I hear nothing but really good things about. You guys doing a great job with that. Are you able to have other students come in at this late time for that?
Yeah, but they've got to act now. Classes start September 4th, so that's going to be here right before you know it. So, yeah, we can get you in if you're serious about starting a career in healthcare. Southeast Wisconsin needs nurses just as much as the rest of the country. So if you're serious about a healthcare career, helping others, come check out Brian Stratton.
Hey, if that men's basketball coach is watching, we want a rematch. We're getting our money back. We want a rematch. He took $2 from us on the golf course. $6. I only paid him $2. It's good to see you.
All right, you too. Thanks a lot, Mike.
All right, boys, back to you.
Wendy's halftime report from Franklin. Crusaders up by 10. Back with more after this on My 24. Wendy's halftime report continues here at Franklin. We get to meet the Milwaukee window guys. Here's Mike.
Hey guys, I've met the Milwaukee window guy. Smart window guy, I'll tell you that. Russ Armstrong's the owner. Hey Russ, let's talk a little bit about Milwaukee window guys. Introduce yourself to this audience.
You know what, Mike? We make our own windows, install our own windows. We don't use any subcontracted labor. If you're in the market for windows, you got to give me a call. You know, a lot of companies have these buy one, get one free deals. Run for the hills if you see that deal. Nobody's giving away free windows. I've got the best product, the best price, guaranteed. Check out my 5-star reviews at MilwaukeeWindowGuy.com. You won't be sorry.
Hey, last question. If somebody wants 2 windows, right? Winter's coming, but they can only afford 2 windows. You're okay with that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I know if I do 2 windows for you and I do a super job, you're going to call me back for more. Call me out. I'll help you out. MilwaukeeWindowGuys.com.
MilwaukeeWindowGuy.com. It's so good to see you. Thanks for being a partner with us.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Back to you, boys.
Great to have him on board as our presenting sponsor this season on Friday Night Rivals. Time now to take a look at the highlights from the first half, and there are quite a few. If you're just joining us, and you'll see a lot of this in the highlight reel tonight.
Mitchell to Butler Brown.
That was the 59-yard tripped up at the 1. That set up the first touchdown for the Crusaders right here. Lopez able to take it in from the 1 on the pass, but Franklin comes right back. Beglinger with the big run up the middle. Who tracks him down? The speedster, the sprinter, Butler Brown. And then Sheik with the touchdown grab. Franklin also dropping dimes. Calais to Sheik once again. And on the scramble here, Calais able to keep his balance. MJ Mitchell, a jump pass in stride, hitting Butler Brown for the 83-yard touchdown pass. And that is our highlight reel. Back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, Carthage College, and thank you so much for being back with us. Ben Gorsi, Senior Director of Administration and Financial Aid. What's going on by you guys busy right now?
A lot of things happening right now, Mike. At Carthage, our freshmen move in tomorrow. Our athletes, our fall athletes, have been on campus for a week or two. A lot of action starting to happen, so it is a perfect time to come and visit. Check out our new facilities. Our engineering facility is completely open and ready to come and tour. In addition to that, our nursing facility has expanded. And if you did want to meet a coach, we have 27 varsity sports, so we would love to have you on campus. We can hook you up with a coach. We can hook you up with a professor. We can show you all around campus. Our beautiful campus is located right on the shores of Lake Michigan, and we can definitely provide you with a lot of great opportunities to check out our campus.
I remember that day dropping a freshman off at college. I still got tears coming down my face. It's good to see you. Thanks for being involved again. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Back with the third quarter after this on My 24. With Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser back with you. Start of the third quarter. Having some fun with some Sweet Caroline.
Well, Franklin hasn't been having fun tonight with MJ Mitchell.
No. That's got to be a key going into the second half.
I think so often, from a defensive point of view, there are certain defenses it's tough to prepare for. The double wing or somebody runs the wishbone because you can't duplicate it in practice. By the same token, an athlete like MJ Mitchell, when your scout team is running plays against your defense, you don't have someone of that caliber. And that's been one of the big problems.
This could turn out to be a pivotal possession here for the Crusaders. They deferred, winning the toss, so they will get the ball to start this second half up 10. And our Liona Local 113 kickoff. Connor Henschel has it teed up. And Butler Brown is deep, and it will be a short kick. And it looked like we may have had a fair catch. Yeah, he did wave an arm, so it looked like a fair catch call. So that will be the call there. So where he caught the football is where they will start this drive. We looked at the numbers in that first half, and MJ Mitchell over 100 yards rushing, almost 200 yards in passing in that first half. So they finally get the spot correct at the 27-yard line where the fair catch signal was made. And MJ Mitchell, 6'2", 185, a senior, and had 16 rushing touchdowns, threw for 24 touchdowns a season ago. And he'll run it. Demayas Lopez with some running room. Once again, Richter and Walters there to make the stop for Franklin. But enough for a Best Electric first down on the first play to start this third quarter. And they finished the quarter running the ball with Harold Lewis, so Demayas Lopez back in there.
Looks like
now he's
cramp.
down. Yeah, it's... Scoring summaries this season will be brought to you by Carthage College. Your turn to make waves. So Lopez working out a cramp. Well, as a coach, you harp all week, right? Drink water, drink plenty of water. You're going to need it on game day. College coaches would make the players carry gallon jugs of water to class all day just to help prevent that.
Yeah, 48 hours out, you got to start intaking more liquid.
So gain of 12, 1st and 10 from the 39. And Strebig, Rogers, Urchel, Keenest, and Herrera-Freedy, the men up front for Catholic Memorial. And MJ Mitchell again able to slip out and able to throw it away. We're going to rule him down. Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
And again, that's one of the new rules in high school football now. You can throw the football away and cannot be called for grounding.
Right.
MJ Mitchell able to take advantage of that new rule there. Sets up 2nd and 10. Again, we're just underway, third quarter. And Catholic Memorial with that 10-point lead. Harold Lewis in for Lopez, who was working out the cramp on the sideline. From the 39, 2nd and 10. This is Lewis, picks his way across the 45-yard line. Once again brought down by Mason Peters. Peters with 9 tackles tonight so far for the Sabre defense.
Well, here's another one of those key third downs for Franklin.
Good patience on the part of the sophomore Lewis. Kind of waited there for the block to set up and then charged forward through the hole. So 3rd and 3, all at the 46-yard line. Mitchell will hand it off. Lewis lowers his head, should have enough for a first down. Brought down by Eli Deutsch.
Well, Bill Young and Scott Rice, the offensive coordinator, have to be pleased. They do have 2 veterans in Strebig and Rogers, but they've got Matt Gerchel, a sophomore, Cal Keenest, a sophomore, Aaron Herrera-Freddy Jr. on that offensive line, and they've been doing an excellent job so far this evening.
From midfield, a Best Electric first down. I'll stack 2 receivers here. Cuddle formation. Lewis again was waiting for that hole to open, just could not because Gabriel Martins blew that play up. Call it a gain of 1 into Sabre territory at the 49-yard line. And this is playing into the hands now with that 10-point lead, taking your time, using as much of the play clock as you can.
Right, we said that they can't let Franklin control the clock, and so far Memorial's done an excellent job, especially on 3rd downs, keeping that ball going up the field.
Mitchell on the scramble. Puts it up and throws it away. Nearest receiver was Dustin Roach, the sophomore, here at the 30-yard line. Again, that's another sign of a good quarterback. Mike catch that one? He one-hopped it. I don't think he caught that one on the fly.
Not on the fly.
I think it was a one-hopper. Talking to his producer, Andrew, who's here at the game. Andrew.
Maybe Andrew caught it and handed it
That's
to Mike.
probably, a true producer would do that, right? 3rd and 9 from the 49. 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver left. Fake to Lewis, slings it out, Butler Brown. And a good job of coverage that time by the Sabre defense. They had that play smothered right from the get-go. Kubertans leading the way.
Little wide receiver screen, and
But watch the angle this ball comes out at. Look at that. And accurate.
Notice they had outside contain
Yes.
that time, something I imagine was discussed at halftime.
I think the point was made quite clear once the locker room door was shut. So this will be 4th down. Crusaders have not punted tonight. They will go for it here at midfield. It'll be a little.
Trying to draw
smart,
offside.
yeah. And what do we get?
Timeout, I believe, by
Timeout.
Memorial.
Yeah. Well, it tried to draw him offside. And that didn't work. Take the timeout. So the first timeout of the second half. We'll look at 400 win coach. Downstairs we go to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I'm here with Scott Neuwirth, Bricklayers Title Center's apprenticeship trainer. Hey, how you doing? How is business? Got a lot of guys coming in?
Business is great. We're lucky to have Ben with us here tonight. Ben is one of our first-year apprentices. He's starting school in September with us. Earn as you learn, right? That's what we do. No cost to you.
That's awesome, Ben. So my father is a bricklayer and a mason. One thing that he always talked to us McGivern's about, very proud of the work that he did. Congratulations on making this decision.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're excited about it?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Hey, we could get about 10 more guys like this, which you're perfect.
Absolutely. Yep. We're looking for good people to come on down.
Hey, I appreciate you being part of this again this year. It's good to see you.
Absolutely.
It's nice to meet you. All right, boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Punt formation now for the Crusaders following that timeout. Landon Smart gets this one away. A fair catch made inside the 10-yard line. Dominic Walters. Again, closed captioning tonight brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
Memorial able to take almost 4 minutes off the clock to begin this half. Interesting to see what Franklin decides they want to do here. You know, sometimes that tendency, as we mentioned, is to try to go get it all real quickly. Sometimes that plays into the hand of the defense.
Lewis Brown talking things over with the defense. Always has his hands involved with that. Always involved with the defense here at Franklin. From the 9-yard line, 1st and 10. Beglinger with the carry, moving the pile across the 10 out to about the 13-yard line, make it the 14. Gain of 5 on the play. Brought down on the play by Ben Walter.
Well, Beglinger has been, having some good luck on the ground. It just seems that they get to that 2nd and 3rd down, they throw the incompletion, disrupts the whole sequence of plays for him.
3 receivers to the right here on 2nd and 5. Calais tries to go over the middle, batted down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Great job. That's Strabig. See if we get another look. So quickly, 3rd and 5. See what Franklin will do here. They'll keep the receiving core in. Again, they'll go trips to the right side. Calais throws it out right, completes the pass to Caden Kostowitz, but read well by Gabe Tala, the junior. 45 tackles a season ago. He was where he was supposed to be, and it's a quick 3 and out for Franklin. Great job once again. Tala, the junior.
Another one of those guys that had a lot of playing time last year as a sophomore. Memorial's young, but it's somewhat deceivingly young. You just can't look at their year in school.
Once again, Lopez down working out a cramp. That'll give us a chance to remind you to listen to Mike McGivern and Ryan McMillan tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. for the Varsity Blitz High School Sports Show. This week they'll break down Week 1 games and highlight next week's matchups. They will also be joined in studio by Greg Clark from the AAYFL Youth Football League. That's tomorrow morning at 9 on 9:20 a.m. and the iHeart Radio app. Matt Bergen,
Special teams coordinator.
Guru, you got it. Standing at midfield for the Crusaders. That is Dustin Roach. Ben Burgess will punt. Gets it away, but it's a high short kick that will make midfield, will bounce away and go out of bounds near the Crusader 40-yard line. 49-yard punt with the bounce. And so the Crusaders will take over from their own 40-yard line, up by 10 as we get close to the midpoint of this third quarter.
Yeah, Franklin just hasn't been able to get into an offensive rhythm. They hit a couple big plays that set up some touchdowns. And, obviously Memorial has made a living on big plays. But once again, if you're not able to respond, the team that might not be favored is going to get the upper hand.
and this is the week 1 game. Next week, the Crusaders travel to Sun Prairie West. That's going to be another tester.
And Franklin, I believe, has Brookfield Central next week. So once again, you don't want to lose your first game, but what can you learn from this first game, both on the winning side as well as the losing side? What do you see that you need to change?
From the 40-yard line, Lewis, the running back. Mitchell takes the handoff. Gives it to Lewis. Lewis, maybe a yard or 2 before he is driven back. Looked like Martins was in on that stop, the inside linebacker. He has had a fine game tonight, too. So sets up 2nd and 8. Stack 2 receivers to the left side. Keep the tight end Flowers in, and they'll give it to Lewis once again. Lewis will move the pile forward out to about the 45-yard line. A pickup of 3. We'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Richter and Martins both in on the stop.
And once again, looks like the strategy for Memorial, they're trying to eat clock. And they get to the 3rd down. Well, they've really shown the ability to convert those. Up to Franklin to see, okay, can we contain them?
Butler, Brown, and Roach split out to the left side. Mitchell. Sabres showing blitz. Over the middle, completes the pass. Out across midfield. Jake Burkholtz, the tight end, with the reception. 6'4" senior, had 4 catches all of last year. Richter and Walters both there on the stop. And a convert on 3rd down.
You're so conscious of Butler Brown to the outside that it does leave a little gap there in the middle. Tight end can slip in there.
Another Best Electric first down. Under 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. From the 47-yard line of Franklin. Burkholtz in motion. Will line up here to the near side. Lewis. A little stutter step. Thought about going outside, but kept it inside the hash. Brought down by Gabriel Martins. That's 8 tackles on the night for Martins. But again, milking the clock. Keeps bleeding away here. 4:25 to go here in the 3rd.
Well, when we visited Bill and his staff, he showed us the whiteboards in their locker room. The number of plays and formations they had written on there was incredible. They really drill the kids. They really have a real understanding of how the other team's offense runs.
Butler Brown in a slot here to the near side. Roach, the outside receiver. Lewis, the running back, and we've got a flag for delay of game. That was thrown by the back judge.
Delay of game. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Ball spotted back to midfield.
And once again, this strategy isn't tiring out the Memorial team. All those guys going both ways. Yeah, maybe you get called for a penalty, but, you keep running clock.
Mitchell on the fake. And he's brought down. Good coverage that time. Eli Deutsch stayed home, kept him to the inside, was able to make the play. Nice job by Deutsch to turn him back inside. Watch here.
Stayed with it.
Yep. No, 3rd and 12. And again, Crusaders have done well on 3rd down tonight. Lewis, the single back. Butler Brown in a slot to the left side. Mitchell. Now on the scramble, is going to be across midfield before he is driven back. Richter, the inside linebacker, was there first.
Might be one way to slow up Mitchell, take off his shoes.
That's exactly what happened, yes. Second punt of the game. Landon Smart. Mitchell cramping up. So play is stopped here while they tend to Mitchell. Dominic Walters is the deep man here for Franklin. Smart, and it blocked. And we'll go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Good field position here for Franklin. Special teams steps up. Getting a block, and we'll take a break. 10-point lead for Catholic Memorial over Franklin. This is the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals presented by Milwaukee Window Guys. Consider your Saturday night plans pinned. Step into the squared circle for 3 full hours of breathtaking action and adrenaline with WOW Women of Wrestling and OVW Rise. That's Saturdays starting at 9 on My 24. I'll set my DVR for that. First play following the block punt is a completed pass into Crusader territory at the CMH 45-yard line. Carter Sheik with the reception. He hauled in a touchdown pass earlier tonight. And they'll go up tempo. First look at their tempo offense tonight. At the 44, 1st and 10. Calais. Pocket collapsing, able to dance out of it. On the scramble, throws it downfield. It is caught inside the 20.
Carter Sheik
once again. I'll mark it at the 19. 25-yard pickup, Demayas Lopez. What a grab. Spotted at the 18-yard line. Nice 7-yard pickup and a first down. Best Electric first down late here in the third quarter. Franklin trailing by 10. They hand it off on the end around. A little jet sweep action that time to Hurling. Dylan Hurling, the sophomore, and he's able to get it inside the 15-yard line. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, even before that block punt, a lot of excitement, a lot of chatter on the Franklin sideline. And the defensive coordinator, defensive staff, very happy with that last set. He said, look, much better. We're going to stay, break down a little bit, take your time, and put their receiver and quarterback on the ground when you get a chance. Clean pocket is what they talked about. Back to you, boys.
2nd and 3. Hurling again inside the 10 will set up a 1st and goal. Kyle Johnston, the sophomore end, makes the tackle for CMH.
Nice little kick out block to allow the runner to get that 1st down.
Final seconds here of this 3rd quarter. Again, Hurling remains the running back, the sophomore. Cuts back to his left, and he is wrestled down immediately at the line. Navarian Flowers, the outside linebacker, able to wrap him up.
At that time, Memorial went into a 4-man front, trying to put a little squeeze on that run offense.
See if Franklin will get a playoff here before quarter expires. They do. Hurling off the left side. And he's going to be stopped shy of the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 1 as our 3rd quarter comes to an end here in Franklin. The 3rd and goal upcoming here for Franklin when we return. Catholic Memorial with a 10-point lead. You're watching the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals presented by Milwaukee Window Guy. Third and goal from the 1. As we start this 4th quarter. Calais will hand it off and sprinting into the end zone for the touchdown, Robbie Beglinger.
Well, they did something that time we had talked about Franklin doing. They not only had Ben Burgess in there, they brought Ben Hefter, put him in the backfield, 2 tight end types, get that power offense going.
Henschel on to attempt the extra point. Oh, flag on the play. It's going to go against Franklin.
Against the offense, number 90 was not wearing his mouthpiece. 5-yard penalty. We will re-kick the clock.
Wow. Extra point is up, and it is good. 24-21. Franklin back to within 3. Take another look. A touchdown run.
Yeah, Burgess was able to get that seal block on the outside.
And stay tuned later in the game for our Protect, Defend, Save play of the game. That's brought to you by our friends at the United States Coast Guard. So Franklin answers. They get the block punt. Get the 27-yard pass completion inside the 20 to the Bryan and Stratton College red zone, and able to push it in from the 1 on the Beglinger touchdown run for the junior. Iuna. Local 113 kickoff. Again, Marvanus Butler Brown is deep, and it's a short kick onside and covered up immediately by the defense. Evan Kay is listed as a wide receiver. Did the smart thing, covered it up. So now your lead's down to 3 here. Does that change any of the strategy here for the Crusaders on offense?
No, they still have the lead, and you want to run clock. That attempted onside kick set Memorial up with great field position. So obviously in the NFL, no surprise onside kicks anymore. No. High school, I'm sure that the coaches were figuring, okay, this might be the time to hit them with it. It's always those gambles. People in the stands think they know better. It's you're trying to find ways to win games.
Demayas Lopez back in as a running back here to start this drive. MJ Mitchell gets them set at the line from the 47, 1st and 10. 3-man front here for Franklin. Lopez, nice push out to midfield. Gain of about 4 on the play. Mason Peters and Ben Hefter both there on the stop. Officially a gain of 3, sets up 2nd and 7 from midfield.
They've had Navarian Flowers in there a good amount of the evening here, not only playing defensively, another one of those guys going 2 ways. Strabig, Nico Rogers, MJ Mitchell, Butler Brown. Guys have been warriors tonight.
Butler Brown and Roach to the right side. Kay split out to the near side. Fake the handoff. Mitchell on the scramble. Has some room to the outside, running to the sticks, and he'll get out of bounds for the first down. Again, that whole left side or right side of the offense opened up, and that gave MJ Mitchell a clear lane to the first down sticks. Yeah, he did come up short. Be about a half yard shy of the first down.
Almost a blessing in disguise some ways. Once again, you're running a little more clock.
Flowers is in there now. They bring Roach all the way around to the near side, bunched up with Kay. And Lopez will get the first down inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line, brought down by Deutsch. But Demayas Lopez able to get the first down. The best electric first down keeps the chain moving, keeps the clock rolling. So a fresh set of downs here for the Crusaders inside the Franklin 40-yard line. Tobias Lopez wrapped up almost immediately across the line of scrimmage. Who else? Mason Peters tonight. 10 tackles tonight for Peters. Another look.
Junior who didn't get a lot of playing time last year and showing up well tonight.
I was going to say, Lewis Brown has got to be pleased with his performance tonight. Butler Brown and Roach split here to the near side. Tobias Lopez in the backfield.
Pass.
Mitchell's looking to throw. Keeps his balance. Slings it out there. And he was out of bounds. He's waiting for the official here on the near side. Late signal. Dustin Roach made the catch, but he was out of bounds when he came down with it. Let's see if we get a better angle here.
Once again, we've talked about that outside contain. And I'm positive that's something coaching staff is going to be going back, reviewing this with their players, talking about how you've got to stay in your proper lane.
The right toe was in the white as he came down. Now Harold Lewis in the backfield on 3rd and 9. Ball at the Franklin 38-yard line. Lewis sidesteps one defender and then gets wrapped up back at the line of scrimmage. Deutsch there to make the stop.
Interesting call here now for Memorial as to whether or not you're going to try to work your magic on the 3rd and 4th down conversions.
Lewis, a victim of cramps right now. So play is stopped for him. Gives us a chance to remind you that following the game tonight, stay tuned for our United States Marine Corps Player of the Game. That's brought to you by the United States Marines. And next week, the Crusaders head to Sun Prairie, take on Sun Prairie West, and they'll open up conference play at home against Waukesha North.
Waukesha North going into that Parkland Conference again.
Yeah, North and South, I believe, are both in there. They mentioned Franklin at Brooks Central next week, and then they open up Southeast Conference play at Racine Case.
Case
defeating West Osha Central tonight.
Much improved team the past 2 years.
4th and 9. Again, Smart will take the snap. One step punt. Bounces it in there. Picked up at the goal line. Running it out across the 20. Nice return by Walters that time. Almost a oops, okay.
At one point you're saying let it go into the end zone, get the touchback.
Yep. But a great return just shy of the 30-yard line. Tobias Lopez able to make the stop on special teams. But now Franklin trailing by 3. 8.5 minutes to go. Stay tuned following our game. Presentation of the Champions Trophy brought to you by Marquette University. Be the difference. This is the key to the game right now. Calais has Beglinger in the backfield. He will get the call. Starts left. Penalty marker thrown into that pile. Could be a holding call upcoming here. And Ron Kirk is our referee tonight in his 36th season. Former quarterback over Racine Park back in the day. played under head coach Phil Dobbs.
Holding, offense number 1. That's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Repeat first down.
Big call there, a holding call, pins them back inside the 20. You set up a 1st and 20 here.
Yeah, not the time when you want to get behind the chains.
Again, Calais from the pistol with Beglinger on his right. And now a penalty marker thrown at the snap.
The 13 of the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Nobody believes that. Remains first down.
Gavin Sheik, freshman split end, flinched before the snap. Back to the 14-yard line now for a 1st and 25. Calais fakes to Beglinger, has time, scrambles out to the right. Another flag down as Calais trying to get to the sideline, going to be stopped short of the 10-yard line. Zaire Smith made the tackle. Let's check out the flag. 3 straight plays with a penalty.
Holding, number 71 of the offense. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Henry Valet, the left tackle, 6'4", 273, junior, called for the hold. Declined, obviously take the play. It's a loss of 3, brings up 2nd and 28.
Coach Brown talked to us about not wanting to have his young players be shell-shocked by the moment. Some of that inexperience probably rearing its ugly head right now.
Again, not much there. Crusader defense taking Beglinger down. Looked like that was Flowers along with Ben Walter. Another look. That's a great job by Flowers. He was right there in the backfield.
Yeah, Flowers last year as a freshman was in on 51 tackles.
Yeah, the coaching staff, this is a ceiling unlimited for the youngster. Wide spread here on the trips to the near side on 3rd and 26. Calais with time, tries to dump it out near side. It's incomplete. Was trying to come back to the near side, was looking for Gavin Sheik. And so what looked like a promising start to this drive, short-circuited by penalties. Burgess will punt. Brown standing at midfield. Burgess, a quick kick, keeping it on the ground. Brown will pick it up. He'll circle back across the 45 and dumped out of bounds. Tyler Richter on special teams making the stop as we head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I'm here with Staff Sergeant Medina. It's so good to see you again, sir. And again, yeah, thank you so much for your service. When you get a chance to talk to these kids at Franklin High School Catholic Memorial, what do you tell them about what they'd get involved with if they join the Marines?
Usually, as far as it goes, like talking about what they can benefit out of it.
Yes.
It's usually like career skills, leadership skills, which honestly I like to emphasize leadership skills because I was a huge athlete in high school. So when it comes to like sports and stuff like this, like those leadership skills are really what make or break a team out there on the field. Like right now,
Franklin has some solid leaders out there. They're, about 6 minutes left in the game. They're not down much. Like, they can definitely come back. So when it comes down to the Marine Corps and what we try to emphasize on, it's those core skills that are going to make them, successful out there in life, not just the Marine Corps.
Man, he's a good man right here. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. This is Harold Lewis to midfield. Might have been Richter in there along with Walters.
Tackle by number 42, Caleb Martinez. And 2 on the play, second down and 8.
Again, Crusaders fighting the clock here. They're in a spot here where if they could get a first down or 2, it's going to force Franklin to start burning some timeouts. Evan Kay split out to the far side along with Dustin Roach. Lewis to the line of scrimmage and a couple. Richter on the stop. That's 10 tackles tonight for Richter, and Franklin will take a timeout here on defense with just over 5 minutes to go. So we will take our break here. 4:59 to play. Catholic Memorial holding a 3-point lead when we return to the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Milwaukee Window Guys. How well do you know human behavior? We'll find out as teams predict how different people feel about the same issues. Jaleel White hosts the new game show Flipside, weekdays at 2, starting September 9th on CW 18. Key play here, 3rd and 7. Ball at the Franklin 48-yard line. Crusaders up by 3. Butler Brown in a slot here to the near side. Mitchell with time. Over the middle, finds the tight end. Jake Burkholz. He will have the first down. Cameron Lund able to make the stop. Another clutch catch by the senior Burkholz. Well, you're concerned about the speed and trying to contain Butler Brown, and then you slip the tight end over the middle.
Second time they've been able to find him.
Able to convert a Best Electric first down. More importantly for the Crusaders, keeps the clock rolling. 4:45 to play. From the 36 of Franklin. Mitchell will hand it off. Not much running room that time. Gabe Tala. Timeout taken by Franklin. Martins and Walters there to make the stop, and they'll take their second timeout on defense here, trying to save some time, trailing by 3. So Tala with his first carry tonight. Lewis Brown, the head coach, with the headset on. Working with his defense. Well, while we have a moment, let's take a look at our Milwaukee Admirals hit of the game. And here it comes, brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. Right there. Gabe Tala, who just carried the ball. Coming up big defensively. Late in that third quarter, he is our hit of the game, brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. 2nd and 9. Tala again with the carry. Again, he'll take it inside the 35-yard line. Mason Peters, 11 tackles tonight. So that sets up a 3rd and 9. Mitchell will take as much time as he can in and out of that huddle, getting his team to the line of scrimmage. Senior quarterback. Throw on 3rd down. Mitchell dancing around. Gets a nice block. Throws it downfield. Oh, and it's through the hands of the tight end, Burkholz. He was open on the far sideline. Would have had the first down if he had brought it in. Another look at the ability by Mitchell to find Burkholz. Just a little high. Brings up 4th down.
The penalty is fined. 4th down.
It's a personal foul. Aiden Herrera Freedy. Is that a blindside block, perhaps?
I didn't quite hear what the official had to say there. The Memorial is going to go for it.
They will go for it here on 4th and 9. They're on their feet here at Sullivan Stadium. From the 35 of Franklin. MJ Mitchell. Plenty of time. Gets it downfield. Up for grabs, and it's knocked away, incomplete. And Franklin will get good field position. Dayton Klubertans able to break up that pass. And so Franklin will take over on downs. Another look. Intended for Dustin Roach. Nice job by Klubertans to stay with them and knock it away. So Franklin will take over their own 35-yard line. Only one timeout remaining for the Sabres.
You don't have to get it all at one time.
Neither team with a turnover so far tonight. Beglinger around the left side. Has some room. Beglinger down the far sideline. Inside the Crusader 20. "45 yards by Beglinger. And the whole game has turned around on one play.
Once again, they went to that left side. Jake Picar, Henry Valet, and Tyson Shelton at the center. Only a junior. He was a second-team all-conference player It was kind of funny when Lewis Brown sent me his lineup this week. He put down the name Terrence Shelton.
Yes, he did.
A long-time running back.
Yes, he did. From the Bryan and Stratton College red zone. Sheik, touchdown, Franklin. Second touchdown of the night for Carter Sheik. Carter Sheik, his second touchdown grab of the night, and Franklin back in front. Big extra point here. Add some time to the clock here.
Yeah, and as far as Catholic Memorial is concerned with how their offense has been running tonight, 3 minutes, more than enough time.
This is a big extra point here.
Yes.
For Connor Henschel, a freshman. Kremski, a high snap, got it down, kick on the way, and it is good. 4-point lead for the Sabres with 3:07 to play, thanks to that young man right there. Carter Sheik, 2 touchdowns tonight. And Franklin in front by 4. This is just like last year's ball game. Came right down to the final play. There's our scoring summary brought to you by Carthage College. Blink and you missed it. 2 plays, 65 yards.
That's the script for tonight's game. Big play after big play after big play.
Our Liuna Local 113 kickoff. I will say this will not go to Marvinus Butler Brown. I will be shocked. Line drive kick, Lewis, Harold Lewis. Short man will take it out to the 32-yard line. So here we go, 3:03 to play. Crusaders with 2 timeouts remaining, trailing by 4.
I think Franklin would love to see their defensive end, Ben Hefter, who was a first-team all-conference performer a year ago. I'm sure Ken Whiskey, the defensive coordinator, and Lewis Brown like to see him get a big sack here. Easier said than done on MJ Mitchell.
I was going to say, remember your rules here. You want to keep him inside. Don't let him get outside your containment. MJ Mitchell gets away from a would-be sack, throws it downfield, out of the reach of the diving grab. Harold Lewis. And once again cramping up, but the escapability of MJ Mitchell once again. Lewis got behind the defense.
DBs have to remember, if the guy is going, you keep going. Don't stop.
Don't look in the backfield looking for the quarterback. Downstairs we go, Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, exactly what you just said. Don't get caught looking in the backfield, and do not let anybody get behind you is what the message was. And they said, look, he's going to scramble. Make sure that you're staying with your guy. Do not get caught looking in the backfield. Don't let anybody behind you. Got a little lucky on that one, boys. Exactly what you said is what they had talked about.
All right, Mike. Yeah, that got to keep him contained and don't get beat deep. Keep everything in front of So Lewis back to the sideline with cramps. That'll bring Demias Lopez back in as a running back on 2nd and 10 from the 32. Trips here to the near side. Butler Brown, the inside receiver. Mitchell running left, puts it up through the fingertips of Evan Kay, incomplete. Again, the receiver was there. Kay would tell you he should have caught it. Would have been out of bounds had he made the catch, but
Mitchell's escapability is fantastic.
if you're the next 8 opponents for the Crusaders right now, you got to be thinking. Okay, 3rd and 10 from the 32.
Not much time has expired so far.
Mitchell dancing around, plenty of time. Goes down at the 25-yard line. That time he couldn't escape Tyler Richter. Picks up his 10th tackle and his first sack of the year. Brings up 4th down. Another look. Not much room for Mitchell to operate. So a loss of 7 on the sack. 4th and 17. Under 2 minutes to play. 4th down, here we go, MJ Mitchell. Again on the scramble. Gets it downfield. It is broken up, incomplete. Cameron Lund able to break that pass up. And Franklin will take over with 1:46 remaining. Again, the ability by Mitchell to keep this play alive.
Once again, the outside contained advantages. Notice they followed Lewis Brown's instructions. Knock the ball down. For 2 reasons here. Not only do you maybe let it slip, you get the ball now.
Yep.
Up at the 23, 25.
So the Sabres will take over on downs at the Crusader 25-yard line. CMH with 2 timeouts remaining. Beglinger around the right side, no gain. We'll see if they burn a timeout. They will. CMH will take their 2nd timeout. Kyle Johnston there to make the stop. And CMH can only stop it one more time. What a great way to kick off our season here on My 24. We've got some great games coming up down the pike. Just looking at what? 17 teams made the playoffs?
17 to 18 made the playoffs. We've got a state champion, a state runner-up, 2 teams that were in the semifinals. This game, strangely reminiscent of last year's game.
Yep, Franklin coming from behind late last year.
But this game's not over yet.
No.
I mean,
we mentioned Catholic Memorial on the road next week out to Sun Prairie West. That beautiful facility out there, that Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium.
Right.
Boy, between that and Verona's complex out there. Second down and 9, just inside the 25-yard line. Beglinger will dive forward.
and there was that power formation once again.
And CMH will take their final timeout with 1:33 remaining. Both teams have nothing to be ashamed of here tonight. They left it all out on the field. It's going to be a as you said, what do you glean by this game here tonight? If you're Franklin, yeah, it's a win, but now you got to look at some things. If you're CMH, you figure you did some good things tonight. You didn't wear down. Again, that was a concern coming in, the two-way play of some key players tonight.
No, both coaches have a number of things to be very proud of in terms of their team's performance. But like any coach is going to say, we saw some things that we've got to clean up. But you lose this first game or win the first game, doesn't mean your season is set one way or the other.
Nope, your goals are still all in front of you. 3rd and 5 from the 20. Beglinger will get the first down. He'll get the touchdown to cap this one off. 20-yard touchdown run for Beglinger. And Franklin will take this game. The box score is going to show you an 11-point victory, but it was closer than that. Extra point upcoming here. And the kick is blocked. Ooh, so a 10-point game with 1:28 remaining. He's got 2. Another look at Beglinger's touchdown run. Again, you put 8 guys up in the box, knowing it's going to be a running play, and once he got into that second level, that's all she wrote.
Well, Franklin's got a number of offensive performers they can point to tonight when it comes time to try to select a player of the game. These are tough calls.
And Carter Sheik on the receiving end.
Calais throwing those passes, and Beglinger some huge runs. The one to set up the previous touchdown was just crucial.
Be another attempt at a pooch kick. 3 plays, 75 yards, and the touchdown by Beglinger. Scoring summary brought to you by Carthage College. Lewis will take it out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And CMH will try and put something together here. They are out of timeouts. From the 33. Yep, Mikey Randa in there now at quarterback. 6'3", 180. Randa throwing on the run, incomplete. Intended for Zaire Smith. Arrowhead with the victory tonight. They knocked off Marquette 47-28. So the state champion of Division I takes a week 1 loss. Randa's pass incomplete. Looking for the tight end, Jake Burkholz. Brings up a quick 3rd and 10 now for Catholic Memorial. There's Scott Rice, the offensive coordinator. The headset on there. Mikey Randa, also our Rustero Automotive Group Scholar Athlete this week for Catholic Memorial. And that passed through the hands of the intended receiver, Evan Kay. And 4th and 10 now. So 4th and 10, Randa will bring the play into the huddle. Rushing 3, Randa gets it away. It's thrown high and incomplete. And that is your ball game tonight. Couple of knees. I think, wait a minute, there's a flag back in the backfield.
Illegal use of the hands to face number 51 the offense. That penalty will be declined. Franklin will take over the ball first down.
Doesn't matter. Franklin will take over. Couple of knees, and they will tuck in a Week 1 victory. They'll get set for their game against Brooks Central next week at Brooks Central. That'll be an interesting matchup. Also the news this week, Miles Burkett, former quarterback here at Franklin, going to be the starting quarterback at Albany next week. He earned the starting job.
Good for him to,
I think Albany was a playoff team last year in the FCS. I think so. Transferred out of Wisconsin. And just trying to stay in bounds. Dylan Hurling, the sophomore. Penalty marker thrown on the play.
Hurling, number 8 in the offense.
So holding call here.
Holding number 8, 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Repeat first.
So that will stop the clock here with 58 seconds to play. New quarterback in there now for Franklin. It's Keegan Best, a sophomore. One more snap and you can put this one to bed, right, Rafi? Sean Raffaelli, our spotter, he's ready to go. Try and run out the clock here. Hurling down, and that'll do it. Franklin comes from behind here late. It'll show a 10-point victory, but it was a lot closer than that throughout 3/4 of this ball game. But the Sabres get the win. Back-to-back victories in the last 2 seasons over Catholic Memorial. Final tonight, 34-24. Stay tuned. We've got our post-game show coming up, including our player of the game and our Champions Trophy presentation. All that coming up next here on My 24. second year in a row, a come-from-behind victory for Franklin, this time at home. 34-24 your final score. Let's head downstairs. Mike McGivern with a U.S. Marines Player of the Game.
Hey, so guys, 2 touchdowns. He's a junior, and he had a big game today. Hey, Robbie, the boys here like him, man. Hey, you had an awfully good game. You guys keep the second half. Really, I thought you wore them down a little bit. Talk about that offensive line a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they've been great. All week they've been working really, really hard, giving it their all in every play, and I think that really made a difference in the game today.
Hey, so U.S. Marine, I got to tell you, Staff Sergeant Medina, when you talked to this young man, he came over, he said, "You want me?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, talk to my line, talk to my quarterback. Those are the guys that made this thing go." You got to love guys like that.
Absolutely, yeah. When it comes to like your leadership out there, like that is huge because you know that you cannot do it without everyone here. And down in the trenches, I used to be a lineman back in the day. I know that hard work that you guys are put in. I know that you guys don't get the glory, like you should, but when there's guys like this out there, even at a young age as a junior, giving you guys that credit, like just know this team, you guys are going to be all right this year. You guys are going to go far.
Hey, so he's going to bring over a plaque for you, U.S. Marine Player of the Game. Congratulations. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, you bet. Back to you, boys.
Robbie Biglinger, 6-foot junior. What a game tonight.
Like he mentioned, his offensive line, Joey Calais. I think Carter Sheik showing, you hang around, keep competing, get your chance, and he had 2 touchdowns tonight. So trio of offensive stars falling along with that offensive line.
19 carries, 189 yards, and the big touchdown here in the second half. Here it is right there. And this big run.
Set up their other touchdown.
Yes, it did. Butler Brown able to get him out of bounds, and who else but to finish it off right here. So Robbie Beglinger, junior, our U.S. Marine Player of the Game, Week 1. Once again, let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern. Our Champions Trophy presentation brought to you by Marquette University. Be the difference. Mike?
So, guys, I got to tell you, offensive line here, everybody say, hey, let's give the trophy. Who do I give it to? Offensive linemen. These guys worked really hard, kept their quarterback pretty clean today. Coach, I got to tell you, 24 points in the first half, gave up nothing in the second half. You said, hey, we made a couple adjustments. Boy, these guys, that's a really athletic, fast team that you shut out in the second half.
Yeah, it's hard to emulate what we saw tonight. We had a lot of deer in headlights in that first half, and they grew up in the second half.
Yeah. So you, for years now, you play the best competition you can, and you tell me, look, I want to learn about my team. What'd you learn about them tonight?
They don't quit. They're fighters, right? They're fighters. And, hey, we're going to have a great season.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, I got to tell you, that's what I learned about it, too. And it's funny because I'm listening to the guys on the sidelines. There was no quit. From the first guy all the way down, there was no quit. Middle of the third quarter, they're like, boys, here we go. Let's get rolling. Lewis, thanks a lot. Hey, you're kind of representing the offensive line here today. Feel pretty good about the way you boys played today?
Oh, yeah, I feel very good. We played great. We played great today. Whole team effort, baby.
You guys hey, it's going to be a good year. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Hey, Sabres, well done. Good luck next week.
Jake Picard, the captain, raising the Champions Trophy, brought to you by Marquette University. Be the difference. We'll take one more break, and then we'll take a look at our Protect, Defend, Save play of the game, and a final word from Sullivan Stadium in Franklin right after this on My 24. Sabres with the win tonight, pitching a second-half shutout, taking down Catholic Memorial 34-24. Let's take a look at tonight's Protect, Defend, Save play of the game, brought to you by the United States Coast Guard. It was the pivotal play. It was on fourth down, going for it. MJ Mitchell trying to hit the home run.
They had a guy open and not open in the end zone. He was well covered.
Dayton Klubertans able to knock that one away from Dustin Roach, and then Franklin went down to take the go-ahead score immediately following that drive. That is our Protect, Defend, Save play of the game, brought to you by the United States Coast Guard. Exciting game. I think both teams learned a lot about each other and about themselves, and big matchups for both teams next week. Franklin at Brooks Central and Catholic Memorial on the road at Sun Prairie West.
Well, you know, this is something that happens each year as you see these two teams face off, and then at the end of the year you look, there they are in third round, fourth round, state championship game. So that's why they play this one.
And goals are all in front of both teams heading into that. Again, a big thank you tonight to all the sponsors who bring Friday Night Rivals to you each week. Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Window Guys, Best Electric Service, Bryant and Stratton College, Carthage College, Liuna Local 113, Marquette University, Menards, the Milwaukee Admirals, the Milwaukee Building and Construction Trades Council, the Russ Darrow Automotive Group, Steam Fitters Local 601, United States Army, United States Coast Guard, the U.S. Marines, and Wendy's. Again, don't forget, tonight's game will be replayed tomorrow at 6 o'clock here on My 24, and then tune in next Friday night at 7. Big non-conference battle. That should be an interesting one. Lakeside Lutheran travels to Lake Country Lutheran as the Warriors take on the Lightning. Pre-game coverage begins at 6:30 with Mike McGivern. We'll have the kickoff at 7 from Lake Country Lutheran High School. That should be a dandy ball game.
Two teams that have had great success in the playoffs the past few years.
Big thanks to all the men and women of our crew here tonight from My 24. Big thank you to Mike McGivern. Also to Andy Spitzer, our stats guy, Sean Raffaelli, our spotter, and Terry Kelly, our color analyst. I'm John Weiser. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight. See you next week at Lakes Country Lutheran. Thanks for tuning in to the Gruber Law Office's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Milwaukee Window Guys.